What's up, y'all? I'm Seth, and this is Hugh.
Hugh.
And we are here to talk about our comic, The Freshmen.
The Freshmen. The premise of Freshmen is a bunch of kids get to college.
And it's these young kids who have never really had an experience outside of their home life, placed in a foreign environment. They're subjected to some horrific treatment by fraternity brothers and other cool kids.
Humiliated.
Misfits not only by design, but by the fact that there's not enough room in the college dorm, so they all have to live in the science building. And then there is a scientific event.
A major cataclysmic superhero creating event that gives our kids superpowers based on whatever they're thinking at that very moment. So that one girl who's a psychology student trying to understand what other people are thinking, she gets the ability to jump into people's minds and kind of look around through their memories.
And you've got a character called the Seductress, who's an overweight girl who's never been romantic. She's never had a boyfriend, and she's given the power to make people fall in love with her, which in the first series she winds up abusing.
We've got the Green Thumb, who can, he's a vegetarian, who, he's never really had good relationships with people. He loves his plants, he talks to plants, and now he can hear plants talk back to him. Which
is kind of an unfortunate power to have for a vegetarian. He can hear the sound of grass screaming as it's being mowed, or the complaints of plants who are kept out of light. And, it seems like somewhat of a useless power, but in the course of the story, you find out that plants are perfect spies because they're in every room and people talk freely in front of them.
We have the Intoxicator, who can get drunk or stoned and burp, or as we find out in the second series, fart at you and make you drunk or stoned.
He was a former straight-A student who now is relied upon to be intoxicated the entire time of his college career. We've got the one character who actually stepped out to get a pizza because nothing exciting ever happens in college, and he missed the moment where this machine exploded, giving everyone their powers. And he's the one kid who actually would have known what to do with superpowers. He's an avid fan of comics and knows all of the premises of the stories and understands the archetypes, and he doesn't get any superpowers. So he becomes sort of like a Batman, designing his own machines and weaponry to be a leader to this team, and it helps all the kids come together and battle the evils that face them.
The second series is called Fundamentals of Fear, Freshmen II. The villain in the second series is named Mr. Fiddlesticks, and he is a character from a series of children's books within the world of Freshmen. There's a series of books for kids.
Sort of like a Where's Waldo, or an informational, historical accounting. Mr. Fiddlesticks goes to Egypt, and it gives you, but this character's like a proper Englishman, and
somehow he's come to life and he's haunting our kids, and he twists and turns them against each other and freaks them out. And there's a great twist coming at the end of the series with this character that we won't talk about yet.
Where the whole first series was about these kids discovering their powers and trying to grapple with the fact that they actually have them. The second series is more about them defined and coming together as a team. For those of you who've been looking for the Freshman comic and are unable to find it, we appreciate your enthusiasm, but due to the fact that it is a comic, it sells out very quickly in local comic stores. You can find the first 6 issues collected in a trade paperback edition, available at any online distributor like Amazon.com or something like that. It's a great way to get it, and it's all in there, plus a bunch of extras that I know you will enjoy. The Freshman. No one's gonna want that one now.
Some people might.